Hey, howdy. Doing more in Stars in Time. I have a couple of things written down of things that I want to try today. So the list right now is I need to talk to Mira about the cards, whatever those papers were, where she had like people written down with questions like, what are your interests and do you want kids? I think I can guess what those are. I gotta talk to the baker to see if I can get the family tale for Odile. I need to talk to Loop, and I have to progress the main story. So I need to find the article in the house about the king. Sifrin, you're up. Here again. Okay. Carrot method. Alright, while I'm here. New loop, new blessing. You touch the statue you like the most and close your eyes. You breathe in and out. Crouching down, you whisper to the statue and ask. Your hand still on the statue, you whisper, strength, strength, strength. You want you and your allies to be strong enough to defeat anything. It's what you want. You actually feel a little more powerful. You do a little flourish with your dagger. Awesome. You nod at the statue and turn back. Where's Chateau Castle person? There you are. I love how there's flavor. They have flavor text for every single one of those for every single one of those issues, I bet. That's fun. Mirabelle's here, sitting at a bench and looking at papers. Oh, this is different. So, which one will you choose? Raises eyebrows. Huh? Sorry? You pointed at her pile of papers. What? What? How? What do you know? Answer me! She has her hand on her rapier. You're choosing something for someone, right? It seems important. Maybe I can help? I suppose you must have more experience than I do. Alright. I would like your help if you'll give it. Experience? Sure. Thank you, Sifrin. But, this might take some time. So, make sure you have time? I have time now. Oh, I cannot wait to see what this is. Oh, okay. Okay, how to do this. Sit down next to me, maybe. Mirabelle looks at you without saying a word. She looks worried. Maybe you should take the lead. So, what are those papers, really? Oh. Bonding proposals? Bonding? Like, when you promise to stay with someone forever? Is Mirabelle looking for a partner? No, wait, that's not exactly it. Please stop looking at me. It's more like, dating? Dating profiles. I'm not thinking about being bonded yet. Dating? You didn't think Mirabelle cared about that. You're still confused. Alright, well, before this all started with the king, I decided I wanted to, try to date someone. And so I asked a dating company, and they gave me a bunch of folders of people that I could meet and that I could date. But I haven't gone through with it yet. So I figured I could at least get that done today. And look through all of them and make a list of people that I could see myself dating. Mirabelle is on Tinder. That's hilarious. And I suppose I need help. I'm choosing someone I could spend the rest of my life with. So I'd appreciate another pair of eyes. Or Just the one. As long as it's not my two eyes looking at this. And also I need a distraction from tomorrow very badly, so I figured I'd replace my anxiety better possible defeat with, this. Oh. Choosing someone to date is a little out of your comfort zone, but you think you could try to find someone who would fit Mirabelle. Maybe. Let's have a look then. Alright. I have a few profiles right here. She removes an immense folder out of her dress pocket. Was she carrying it with her throughout your entire journey? I'm surprised she has a dress that actually has pockets. That can fit especially one that can fit a folder of that size. Here's a few of them, so you can go first. And tell me what you think. And I'll go after. Tell me what you think about him. She shows you the file of a strong, buff-looking man. Is that Mirabelle's type? We have one of those at home. Look, I want to help Mirabelle in this moment, but that is way too funny to not pick. What? Do you mean Isabeau? Ew, you're right. Is that worth an ew? Either way, sounds like masculine people are in her type. Probably. Maybe she'd like someone more feminine? Do you have someone more feminine looking? She looks through her files. How about her? She shows you the profile of a gentle-looking lady. She looks like you! Ugh, you're right. Is that worth an ew? What kind of person are you into, then? Oh, I don't have a type. I like all kinds of people equally. But if you had to choose... someone... nice? And someone... pretty? Nod. And someone who... likes me? You don't nod. Mira. No, wait, let me think a bit more. I want someone who... she thinks for an awfully long time. Well, what about you, then? What kind of person are you into, Sifrin? Well... you think about how to answer this for an awfully long time, but then you catch yourself. Wait, are you just gonna copy my answers? No! Okay, fine. You got me. I'm not interested in that dating stuff. Oh, that makes sense. But then why... so then why worry about it? You know, Sifrin, the change belief is very, very important to me. It's all around changing. Changing with a capital C. Bettering yourself. Becoming a better, different person. And one of the ways to change is to try new things, you know? That's part of the reason the house offers so many different classes. And so, I'm trying. I'm trying new things. And some are fun and fulfilling and easy, but you can't just go and only try new, easy things, can you? Sometimes I have to try scary new things. Things that make me uncomfortable. Things I don't want to do at all. Things she doesn't want to do. Like dating? Yeah, like dating. But... you know, romantic love is one of the biggest ways to change. It's supposed to change you, to bring you new experiences, and so... I have to do it, right? To be a good housemaiden, I have to do it. I have to date. I have to love someone in a romantic way. I have to do things with them. I have to bond with them. I have to sleep with them. I have to have children with them. I have to love them in this very specific way. And you don't want to? And I don't want to. I don't want to do it, Sifra, not at all. dating, the idea of being in a romantic relationship, of being with someone like that. I hate thinking about it. I hate the idea of it. I really do. The idea of it alone is just awful to me for me to think about. I can't love someone like that in the way I should love them. It never happened, and I don't think it ever will. And I need this to change, don't I? Oh, stars, this is heavy. I'm not sure what to say. Maybe, well, why do you need to change? Because I have to, Sifrin. I'm a housemaiden, and I love it. I love helping people, getting to know them. I love learning new things. I love it all, but I have to change in that way too. I wish I could just not do it. Not be with someone that way. But Sifrin, there's such a pressure to force us to do that. And not only that, there's such intense pressure to force us to change. We have yearly festivals all around showing yourself as a new person, for crap's sake. Most housemaidens have completely changed at least once, and I haven't. Isabeau isn't even a housemaiden, and he's changed. And I haven't. And I don't want to change. I'm happy with who I am. I'm comfortable with who I am. I'm comfortable with the idea of not being with anyone. I'm comfortable with the idea of staying the same forever. But we have to change and bring new things into our lives and change clothes and hairstyles and even parts of our personalities to appeal to a deity that I don't know if they understand that sometimes I just like to stay the same. Or maybe they do. Maybe that's why they haven't. And now I have a list of people that I could meet so that I could fall in love with them, which I can't do. And do things with them which I will never, ever want to do. Also, I can change. And it makes me feel like a mistake. That I must be broken for not being able to want these things. Because everyone else can. Well, I don't know about the romantic part. But I don't want to do things with people either. Huh? Why not? It's weird, right? Yeah. Aww. You jump a little, but she doesn't notice. Yeah. It's just weird. And gross. It's awful. I don't want it at all. Sifrin, you mean it? You really mean it? You understand? Yeah, of course. Aww. What a relief. To have someone who understands this at least. But it doesn't fix anything. I need to change. And dating, it's part of it, so... Sifrin, I know you don't follow the change belief, but do you have something like this? Something that brings you joy and community and faith, but some other parts you don't know how to follow? Some other parts you don't know what to do with? Some other parts just bring you grief? You think about the stars. It's more complicated than that for me, but yeah, I have something like that. So you do too. How do you deal with it then? You don't. I just try to not think about things that bother me in general. Avoidance, huh? That feels a little too cowardly for me. Ouch. I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say... You know she didn't mean it that way. Of course not. You didn't know Mirabelle held those feelings towards the change belief. She always seemed so passionate about it. But the belief she loves so much is also the same belief that forces her into a box she doesn't want to be in. Why doesn't she leave it behind then? You suppose it's not that simple. I don't know anything about your belief, but you could always game the system, right? Game the system? Change things by, deciding not to change. If everyone changes in that way, then you'll change by not changing in that way. There's more than one way to become a better person, right? Changing by deciding not to change? Cypherin, that's not how it works. But no one needs to know. Change myself by deciding not to change. Sounds challenging and fun to me. Right now, you mean it. It does. It does sound challenging and fun. Aww. Extremely cute. Mirabelle smiles at you brightly. You smile back. Thank you, Cypherin. Thank you for talking with me. Look at the time. You probably had other things to do, didn't you? Go, go, go. Don't let me keep you. I need to be alone for a little bit. I have a lot to think about. I'll see you later, okay? Memory of Faith. Huh? Okay. So these are the rewards for for hanging out with the party members then, huh? Whoa. Whoa. It's so strong you'll only be able to use it when you and your housemaiden have had this exact conversation. So if you loop back to Dormant, you'll have to talk to her all over again. Remember that, okay? Interesting. I wonder if that goes for all of these abilities. Because I'm going to guess that there's an ability like that for all of the party members that you unlock like this. That was very heavy and then also very cute. Yeah, there we go. Hang out with Mirabelle. Aww. What does she have equipped right now? Hang on. Memory of Lovely Moving Cure. Faith seems pretty freaking good. I think that's better than Lovely Moving Cure here. Because the only battle where time stop is really a problem is the king fight, and the king only freezes you when he's doing the insta-kill move. That's the flowers. My friend made a sign for my house, and now I have to keep it. Oh, right, wait, this is still a weird thing to do, you think? Good for you. I can tell you find that weird. Even if the end is coming for us, it's still a new form of change. And any type of change deserves to be celebrated. That's... okay. That's the word lock room. I already forget what the combination was for Bonnie. I could give it a random shot. Bonnie. Okay, I do. Shoot, it's the issue is this is an RPG Maker combination, so you don't know that you're wrong until the very end. So I remember it was rice. I don't think it's pineapples, actually. I think it might actually be Madeline's. Nope. Oh, damn it. See you at the clock tower. Okay, that's Mira's favor done. Yeah, here's the library. Oh wait, it's not the library, it's the bakery. Which is somewhere around here? I do not have a good sense of direction, if you couldn't tell. Odile. Are you that bored? Okay, so this dialogue's the same. Oh, no, it's not. I've heard the Boulangerie has one of those. Oh, what? 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 Huh? Really? She doesn't seem to know how to react. You look at her repeat the same words over and over. Sifrin, will you come with me to ask them if I could borrow it? It takes some time. Yeah, this is the date in air quotes. I have time now. Thank you. Let's go. You and Odile are now hanging out. You should head to the Boulangerie. Okay, now where the hell is the Boulangerie? I think it's here. There you are. And, I mean, if it's letting me hang out with Odile and that means there's no more rigmarole. Hey there. Hello. We've heard you may have a family tale. A family tale? Of a family called Paper Ace. If you'd be okay with it, I'd like to borrow it for a little bit. Ah, the one I borrowed from my girl before the house froze. I'm not a very good writer. So I figured reading another one would give me some inspiration for stories to tell my little girl. Do you have it still? I do not. What? Do you know Antoine, maybe? He lives at the east of town in the house with no flower. Oh, do you know Antoine, maybe? He lives at the east of town in the house with no flowers. Asked if he could borrow it. They knew the Paper Ace family, you see. I couldn't really refuse. The Paper Ace family died only a few years back, after all. Well, that sucks. Do you know if he still has it now? I don't see why they wouldn't. I have a sudden bad feeling about this. The house to the east of the village with no flowers, huh? Looks like we should go pay him a visit. Don't tell me this is gonna turn into a Bigoron sword thing where I have to go all around the village looking for this stupid book. House with no flowers. It should be this one. Antoine, is it? That sure is me. And you're two of the saviors, aren't you? Thank you for all you're doing. Best of luck for tomorrow. Thank you. We had a favor to ask. Could we borrow the family tale you possess? For an hour, maybe? Oh, the Paper Ace family tale. I know this means a lot to you, so... Oh, no, that's not the problem. I'd be happy to lend it to you. I knew it. But, well... I think one of the kids next door stole it from me. What? What? Oh, I'm not saying they're bad kids. They're very nice kids. Is she talking about the set of kids that are, like, hanging out on the log outside? Very nice. They just, well... You know, I was right. You know the 3 kids outside? A few weeks ago, they passed by to help me cook some things, and, well, the book is gone now. So, sounds like we should go talk to those kids. Alright. We'll get that book, Odile. Let's just go, alright? Kids. The middle kid with the small hat looks at you from their rock throne. Adults. What do you want? Saffron, you handle this. Why me? Why me? You're closer to being a kid than I am. Good luck. Jerk. Do you know about family tales? Yeah? What kind of adult doesn't know about family tales? Are you stupid? Man, and you can't ask adults if they're stupid. Can I? Look at them. They're short, and their hair looks unbrushed, and they look like they haven't slept in weeks. And that hat definitely looks stupid and not cool. Saffron, the kid is destroying you. Do something. On principle, you don't get into fights with kids. Anyway, do you know about a paper ace family tale? Ah. Man, and I think he's asking about... Shut up. I got this. The middle kid looks at you as disdainfully as they can, which is a lot. What if we do? We'd like to borrow it. Trade. A trade, a trade! We have something you do not. Knowledge. Offer us something in exchange. A silver coin, a flower, or a pun? Please let it be the pun. A pun? It better be the best pun I've ever heard. How do you keep a wizard in suspense? The kid leans a little bit towards you, interested. I don't know. How? I'll tell you tomorrow. That's... Amazing. What? That's not the deal. Tell me... The kid's eyes grow wide, speechless. Manon... The wizard-looking adult, he said... They said you're a wizard, Manon. Amazing. Wow. I know you just said it because it's part of the joke. And I know I'm not a real wizard because wizards aren't real. But I felt something just now. I'll do whatever you ask. We only need the book. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Manon doesn't have the book anymore. What? Listen, Charlene was being really annoying about wanting it, so I gave it to her so that she'd stop crying, okay? Who's Charlene? Charlene Coquette? The Boulanger's daughter. Okay, so it really is Big Ron's sword, huh? But what? And look at the old lady's face. Saffron. We are going. Bye, adults. Let's play again soon. I love this entire quest. This is hilarious. Also, while I'm here, sheep. There's no need to go here right now, is there? Apparently not. I went to the wrong house. You. Hi. Hello. Wah! Hey. Please do not scare my daughter, madame. You get in front of Odile and smile at the girl. Hi. Hi. We've heard you got a cool book. A book? Oh. Oh, yes. For Manon. Manon is so nice. She gave me the book. The book with the nice stories. Dad was reading it, now it's mine, and I can read it all by myself. But it's boring. I want another book, Papa. Wait, which book are you talking about, Charlene? This one! She shows you all a book with Paper Ace Family Tale written across it. I'm so sorry. It's fine. You got the Paper Ace family tale, finally. You both find a nice silent place to talk. I can't believe this took this long. But, finally... Odile looks at the closed family tale book intently. Aren't you going to read it? They said I could keep it until I have to leave dormant, so I have time, but... She's still looking at it. The family tale book you spent so much time trying to find. It seems important to her, but why? Is it related to your research? Sorry, what? The book. Is it related to your research? Well, I suppose I've kept it secret long enough. Don't tell Isabeau, alright? There is no research. I'm not researching anything. Huh? Sorry for not saying anything. Isabeau said I must be researching something since I was a traveler here in Vogard, and it felt easier to not say anything. So then why did I leave Kabe, travel for years, all to find myself in Vogard, and if not for some intellectual pursuit? Well, I'm actually here in Vogard to find out more about myself. I suppose it's not very apparent to you, but my mother was Vogardian. Oh. I've lived my whole life in Kabe. My father was Kabean, and my mother Vogardian. I have no idea how they met. He never told me. But all I know is that she never wanted a child. She left very early in my childhood, and I never saw her again. Good riddance, if you ask me. But she left, and she didn't leave anything behind. No pictures, no letter, no family history. But what does it matter, right? My father was a good man, and Kabe was my home. I used to think I didn't need to know anything about my history. Shut up, phone. I used to think I didn't need to know about my history, about Vogard. But still, a part of me was curious. And one day, a few years ago, a Vogardian merchant showed me her wares, and this book that she wouldn't let go of. A book of tales written by her whole family. A family tale. And she explained family tales to me. Generations of Vogardian parents writing stories for their children and writing them down in a book. So you'd end up with stories written by an entire lineage. And she was explaining the way the book was written, the rules of this particular way of telling stories, how friendly families shared their stories with each other, and how it had been done for generations. How it brought her closer to her family, her ancestors, her culture. And while she was explaining all this to me, she suddenly stopped. And I was surprised to find out she stopped because I was crying. I didn't even realize it. Because I wanted this. This connection that she had to a history that was also supposed to be mine. But it was stolen from me because my mother left. And I'd never have a link to this culture. Ever. Unless I went there. So this is why... So I traveled to Vogard. And, well, the king took over shortly after I arrived, which did make things more difficult. But during my travels with you all, I got to know many Vogardians and see many Vogardian cities. I got to learn more about the country, its culture, its faith, its people. And I look and I learn, and this is the country my mother came from. It's half of me, but still, even now that I'm here in Vogard, I feel no connection to it whatsoever. I don't recognize myself here. Isn't that strange? Half of me should be from here, isn't it? Shouldn't I see something of myself here in the place that my mother came from? Shouldn't it be like looking in a mirror? Like a revelation? Shouldn't I see how Vogardian people act, how they think, and be able to say, ah, so this is why I'm like this? Shouldn't I be able to call this place mine? But I can't. It feels awful, like my roots have been cut off without my consent. Like my mother stole it from me. Like I really don't belong anywhere. But this is why I'm here still, to know as much as I can about this country, and in the meantime find out if it'll make me find out more about myself. And I did find out more about myself during this journey, so I'm glad. It is an interesting question, is it not? How much do you carry of your country, of a culture that should have been yours but wasn't? It may not seem so to you, but to Kabe, my features are foreign. Just small things. My hair being slightly too thick, my brows too thin. Enough for me to look different here. I am other. So, what about Vogardians? Would they see me as one of theirs? Would I find myself in them? After coming here, I found out that... no, of course not. Why would I? I've never been here before this journey. But at the same time, I'm not the only one who's other. In fact, Vogard is full of people who also come from other lands. Vogard welcomes people from all over the world, after all. So even if I didn't find someone like me, I found Vogard to be full of people that are similar to me. And I'm very grateful for that. Odile is half Vogardian. I never knew. She traveled halfway across the world to find out more about herself, trying to see if she'd find herself in a country she has no memory of. What about you, Sifrin? Are you finding out more about yourself in Vogard? Huh? What do you mean? Well, you didn't grow up in Vogard either, right? Do you have roots here? Or were you just passing through? My apologies. Forget I asked. I didn't say anything. You didn't need to. Your face said it all. Just because I'm telling you personal facts about myself doesn't mean you need to tell me anything in return. It was wrong of me to ask. We can forget about it. She goes back to looking at the Family Tales cover. She'd probably be fine leaving it here, just bearing her story to you and nothing else, but you... I don't remember much about where I'm from. Odile turns to look at you. Huh. Were you too small when you left? Or was it because there was nothing worth remembering? Everything was worth remembering. Neither. But I can relate to you. Trying to find pieces of yourself wherever you can. Trying to find where you belong. Trying to find out how your roots might have shaped you. Which parts of you created and which parts already were. You nod. But you know you're not only made of where you're from, right? If that was the case, everyone in Kabe would be the exact same, and everyone in Vogard would be the exact same. Where you're from matters, yeah, but it's not the only thing that makes you, you. That's what I realized during this journey, Sifrin. I'm Kaben and Vogardian, in ways I do and don't realize, and I am also myself. One might say that's more important than being I'm gonna mess up this pronunciation every time. Kaboan and Vogardian, wouldn't you agree? Kabuan? I do. It's interesting. I feel so much lighter now. Because you've found a family tale. Yes, and also because we talked, Sifrin. Thanks for listening to me, Sifrin. Aww. You blush and nod. Now get out of here. I have a family tale to read before we all meet for our sleepover. We'll talk later. Go have fun. Odile smiles at you mischievously. Memory of secret quest. You'll always remember this. Craft Break Alpha. Amazingly strong. When used, it makes an enemy weaker to all craft types for a few turns. Oh, I see. Oh god, I just realized. What does that mean for this conversation specifically? Because I had to walk around to all the other houses and talk with the kids and go through that whole dialogue tree. Does it let me just skip it by talking to the baker again, or do I have to do this entire section every time I want to get the new ability? That was amazing, by the way. 41 minutes right now. Okay. Ooh. Hang on. This is actually a difficult decision. I'm almost tempted to use the banana peel to loop back so that I can do Bonnie's quest properly. Because I imagine that segues into... I could just make this a day of talking, like going on quests with everyone. Let's do that. The banana peels lay here. But wait, instead of a banana peel, could it be a plantain peel? Whatever. Plantains are just bananas that taste bad. This is a banana peel to you, now and forevermore. Here we go. Okay, so... the banana killed you again. If I go back and check... oh! Cute. Let me check. Yeah, Mirabelle no longer has that thing. I need to talk to her again. And I also lost that ability from Odile. Okay. Oh, you know. That bad? I'm sorry to hear that. Say the line, Sifrin. Okay. You really, really will. I always remember things. Okay, I'm gonna pause real quick and then redo Mira and, actually, never mind. Let me make sure that I can do Bonnie's properly before I do the other two. Okay, so it's rice, then pineapple, and then I'm not sure what the third option is. I guess we'll see. Rice. Pineapple. It's a coin flip. I don't remember this one. I think it's Malenga fritters. Nope. Damn it. Okay, we run it back. I should have saved it to change God statue, but whatever. Okay, now let's save at the change God statue. And I'll go for strength again, because that seems good. I haven't tried it yet. Speed also seems good. Especially against the king. Okay, so it's rice, then pineapple, and then samosas, I guess. Unless pineapple is wrong. But I feel like he would have stopped me. I feel like they would have stopped me if I guessed wrong, considering that I guessed wrong in the second option and they stopped me. Rice. Rice and pineapples and samosas. There we go. But which samosas? Yeah, I bet you don't even know that. Which samosas are my favorite, stupid? Ooh. How dare you? Good grief. Shot in the dark. Come on. Come on. Why you gotta do that? Okay, give me a second. Alright, I got it the very next time. Lucky guesses stay winning. Yeah. That's all my favorite foods. Success. If you remember them all, you do pay attention to me. No, that's stupid. Of course you do. Or else you wouldn't have... There's something you can help me with. Can you come with me? If you have time. I have time now. Alright, we're doing all of them today. Okay. Then come on. Bonnie brought you outside of Dormant. You can see some weak sadness roaming around in the distance. Friend, You said I could ask for anything, yeah? Not exactly what you said, but sure, whatever you want. Okay, well, I need you to teach me how to fight. Yo! Awesome. Oh! I know Deal's gonna say I can help you all in the battle tomorrow, but it'll be from far away, right? I want to help. To actually help. And for that, I need to learn how to fight. So you're gonna help me. Let's go! Bonnie ran away. Towards the sadness. You run towards Bonnie as fast as you can. Look. I'm not scared. Come on. Oh my god. Please. Yes. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I can do this. I can do this. Ah! Bonnie. Without thinking about it, you strike. Kill. Oh my god. Be more careful, Bonnie. I'm sorry. You look at Bonnie closely. Miraculously, they don't seem hurt. Bonnie is trembling. I shouldn't have yelled. Breathe with me. You breathe slowly, in and out, and make sure Bonnie breathes with you. You need to calm down, too. Slowly, they stop shaking. That didn't go super well. It did not, no. It's your fault. You weren't there. You weren't there to help me and tell me what to do. You frown. I mean, I'm sorry. I can teach you, but don't go on ahead on your own. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll listen. Tell me how to fight. I want to learn. You look around. There's another sadness in the distance. You put your index finger in front of your mouth and tell Bonnie to stay silent and point towards the sadness. Bonnie looks over and nods. You jump in. Okay. Ready? Yeah. Yes. What do I do? You smile. Teaching time. You tell Bonnie to look at the sadness's hands. That's a scissor sign, right? So that means they're vulnerable to rockcraft. Yeah. I know rockcraft. This is so I can hit them, right? You nod. Okay. Here I go. Yeah! I did it! I did it, friend! You clap. You breathe in and out. Yeah! You defeated the sadness. You breathe out. Bonnie is looking up at you. You look back. Hey, friend, why aren't we allowed to touch you? Alright, plot. What? What? Dylan, Zahn, Bell said we're not allowed to touch you because it makes you jump and because they said so. It's true that you jump, but I was wondering why, because it means we can't high-five or anything. Why? None of them are touching you. On purpose? Because it makes you jump? For such a simple reason? I don't mind being touched or hugged. I'm just not used to it. You're not used to it. Oh, maybe it's because you're not ready for it when it happens. That's how it is with Neil. Neil? My sister. Her name's Petra Neil, but it's dumb, so I call her Neil. She doesn't like it when people touch her and she's not ready for it. Neil's really cool and tough, but she gets scared easily, I think. One day I touched her shoulder and she didn't know I was there and she screamed really loud. Then she said I shouldn't do it again, because when she's scared, she said her scared brain takes over and she said she might suplex me without meaning to. Which sounds really cool, but she said she doesn't want to suplex me because she doesn't want to hurt me. She did suplex one dude who scared her once, though. So I'm not allowed to touch her if she doesn't know I'm there, so I always try to walk real loud so she hears me coming. That's why my shoes are so big, see? Bonnie points at their boots. You nod. I don't want to talk about my sister anymore. You don't talk about her often. She's frozen in time and she's not here, so I don't want to talk about her. She says talking behind people's backs is bad. And also, talking about her hurts and makes me sad. I want Neil to be here. I should have helped her when... Why aren't you used to being touched? I love Bonnie's constant kid energy of, I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm sad. Very quick to anger, but quick to forget. I appreciate that. Why are you used to being touched? Did your family not hug you when you were a kid? You flinch. Can't remember. Oh. But maybe that's why. I'm just not used to it and it takes me off guard, I think. Oh, okay. So if you can see me and I tell you I'm going to touch you, it's fine? It's not fine, but sure. Huh. Okay. I'll remember that. So, then... Bonnie jumps up and down, making sure you watch them do it. I'm going to touch you now. Suddenly, Bonnie pokes you hard in the stomach. Ow! You saw me and I told you so, it's fine. I guess so. Okay, let's go. Let's fight one more sadness. I can do one more. Okay, I can do this. Watch me, friend. You and the sadness exchange blows. This is different from usual. You're not used to fighting outside anymore. The ground is uneven and there's rocks and branches to worry about. Oop. You tripped on a branch. Friend! The sadness saw you fall and is running towards you to attack. Whoa! I don't know what Bonnie just did. Friend! Friend, are you okay? Bonnie is shaking. I'm okay, Bon. I just tripped. Really? You promise? Okay. You haven't called me Bon in forever. Only Za calls me that now. Oops. Bonnie. No, I didn't mean... You promise you're okay? Okay. Sorry. I got scared. It reminded me of before, that's all. Before? Yeah. You remember, right? It was a while back. When you protected me from that other sadness, you know. What sadness do they mean? You can't remember. Oh. I didn't consider that. Which one? Which one? The one that got your eyes, stupid. Oh. Ah. Stupid crabbing. See, I told you. I knew it. You're so crabbing stupid. You didn't even remember it. You think it doesn't matter. You keep getting hurt because of me and you don't care. That's right. You'd forgotten. It was after you all met Bonnie. Before they started barely speaking to you anymore. They weren't careful and a sadness was about to hurt them. They're so small. No one else was close enough to do anything. You're the fastest. So you ran and got in front of them and... Why did you do it, friend? Why did you do it? Why did you protect me? I don't understand. You could have stayed put. I could have taken care of it. I was fine. But no, Friend thinks they're better than everyone else. And you tried to protect me like a stupid idiot. And you got hurt. Because of me. Because of me, you can't see from one eye. You have a big scar. And you bump into things all the time and you trip all the time. And you can't see. Because of me. Oh no. They seem really upset, but it's not that big of a deal, though. But it is. It really is. You got hurt because of me, and I don't like it. I don't want it to have happened. You should have stood there and let me be hurt. But you would have died. It doesn't matter. If I died, it would have been fine. It would never have been fine. I could never have let that sadness hit you. I know you don't like it when you say you're a child, but you are. And as adults, it's our responsibility to make sure you're safe. Did you want us to go to your sister and tell her sorry we didn't jump to save them and now they're gone? You'll always be more important than any of us. No matter what, we'll always make sure you'll live. And I'll always pick you over a blinding, stupid eye. Interesting, actually. I just noticed this scene hits hard, by the way, but I just want to mention blinding. That's the first time we've heard that. That's Sifrin's equivalent of crabbing. But friend, I don't want you to be hurt. I don't want you to be hurt. You can reassure them all you want, say you're sorry, promise you'll never do it again. But you would do it again. Again and again and again. If it had happened now while you're stuck in a time loop, you'd jump in and protect them every time. You would protect them all every time. Because what's the alternative? Try and find a way to save them without being hurt? But what if you failed? What if you couldn't do it and they did get hurt instead? What if they died because you tried to get a better ending? You can't take that chance. You would do it again the exact same way for as long as needed. I'm stronger now, Bonnie. I can protect you and make sure I don't get hurt either. You promise? You promise you won't get hurt again? I promise. Super promise. Super promise. Aw, super duper promise. Okay. Okay. As long as you promise, it's fine. Oh. And anyway, I protected you just now, right? If it wasn't for me, you'd have been hurt. So you can protect me and I can protect you. And we can protect everyone too. Yeah? Yeah. You see me, right? I'm gonna touch you now. Oh. That is extremely cute. Oh my god. They hug you tightly. You freeze until you remember what to do. Oh. Slowly, you hug them back. Goofball. See, you do know how to hug. Looks like I do, yeah. Memory of training. When memory of training is equipped, your kid will never miss when attacking. Billion blows technique. Oh, right. How's this work? They'll be able to hit the enemy harder during battle. Awesome. Yeah, it's so strong you'll only be able to use it when you and your kid have had this exact conversation. I don't like the fact that it's no longer referring, like the UI is not referring to them by name, but by description. I don't like what that implies. I don't like it, it scares me. Ah, wait, I just realized. Okay, so specifically if you loop back to dormant, you have to redo all these conversations. Okay, let's go back to dormant. I gotta show everyone how cool I am now. Right, and that's just an auto, and that's just an auto equip, right? Because I don't think Bonnie has anything better. I guess there's snacks, but that seems real good. Bonnie will never miss. Okay, so we've done that. Give me a second to redo Odile and Mirabelle's quests. Just a moment, and then I'll do Isabeau's, and then I'll talk to Loop, and that'll be it. Oh, I see. Wow, you're here again. You don't really have to go through this whole thing again. You can just zone through it and skip it completely if you'd like. You'll even still get the cool skill. But if you do, the skill will be a tiny bit less useful. Your choice. Wait, what is slightly less useful for an ability that makes everyone invulnerable for a turn? I guess just makes one person invulnerable for a turn? I'm just gonna go through with it anyway. I got time. I can just pause. I'll be right back. Alright, the deed has been done. For both Mirabelle and Odile. So now I think Isabeau should let us do whatever his favor is. Sif, woke up on the wrong side of the bed? I get it. Right. Cue joke. You wait for him to touch you. You wait for him to touch you. You wait for him to touch you. He has to do it. You will never do it yourself. But he won't touch you because he thinks you don't want him to. Oh, that's why. I bet that's why he had me do the others first, because Bonnie sets this up. Or like the interaction with Bonnie sets up this conversation. And you can't say it because that's embarrassing. That's life-ending even. Asking for someone's touch. But please, you think. Please, please, please. A flicker of movement makes you look at his face. He looks stricken, sad. Seeing you look at him, he laughs and brings his hand down. You wonder what face you were making as you were waiting for him to touch you. I'm gonna go soon so you can do your thing with the treat, but do you want to talk before I go? I finished helping everyone out. Huh? Oh, that's cool. I did see you running around with everyone earlier. It looked like fun. Oh. That's right, you didn't ask him if he needed any help this loop. Well, so do you need help with anything? Help? Oh. Yeah, I do need help with something, now that I'm thinking about it. Is that what you were doing today? Helping everyone out? I didn't know. I kept the best one for last. Aw, Sif. I'm glad. I was just thinking I wanted to hang out with you today since I saw you running around with everyone. But you didn't talk to me much today, so I was worried you didn't want to... It doesn't matter. I'm glad I thought about what we could do today, then. Are you ready now? We'll probably have to go to the clock tower immediately after we're done, so I don't think you'll have time to do anything in the village after. Shit. Wait, if I do this, this means I won't be able to talk with Loop. Okay. In the meantime, I'll let you do your thing here, and I'll wait for you north of Dorm. Oh, past the banana peel, I bet. Let's talk to Luke first. Hi, Stardust. So, got any theories about the loops I'm trapped in? Why would I? Your name is literally Loop. Oh, stars above, it is. Just because I call myself Loop doesn't mean I know anything. I'm just bad at names. One moment. Taking a sip of water. I have been talking for like an hour. But I'll see what I can do. What's your question? Do you know anything that could help? Such a broad question, Stardust. As I've told you before, I know as much as you do right now. How can that be? What do you mean? Aren't you here to help me? Why don't you know more about the loops you're supposed to help me with? Don't you tee-hee me. Aww. I still don't have a good answer for you, Stardust. Isn't it already nice that you have me to talk to about these loops? You could be alone, stuck with only your tiny brain for company with no one to talk to. Okay. Well, why don't we summarize what we know about the loops? We might find something out. You sigh and nod. Nothing better to do, you suppose. So, You're currently stuck in a time loop for some unknown reason. The loop starts when you wake up in dormant, and seems to end when you talk to the head housemaiden. Unless I die first or touch a tear. Yeah. Maybe the loop considers getting frozen in time by those tears a sort of death? But why aren't you looping back when you get frozen in battle? Huh? Isn't it because... I thought the tears worked differently than an actual time freeze skill. Is that so? Well, you're the one getting frozen, so you'd know. So, you loop if something keeps you from advancing in some way. I wonder if other things would count as keeping you from advancing. Like what? Like, what if you cut off your legs? Would you immediately loop back? You can't advance if you have no legs, right? I'd rather not test that one. Aw, but understandable. But it is interesting, though. What makes the loop actually loop? Maybe, does the loop consider talking to the head housemaiden something that keeps you from advancing somehow? Interesting. Oh, maybe, but what would advancing even mean then? Towards what goal? Is there something that happens when you talk to the head housemaiden that makes a certain goal impossible to accomplish? As you've found out, all of this might be the work of timecraft, a power that should be impossible to use. But you and the king are somehow able to manipulate it. But, am I manipulating timecraft if I can't control it? But you can, can't you? You can more or less control where you come back. Except when you talk to the head housemaiden, it seems, which brings you back to the start. But just being able to loop back in time and avoid death might count as you being able to use timecraft. But if timecraft is supposed to be too dangerous to even use, how did I get that power? And how could you break the loop for good? Yeah, those are the big questions, aren't they? I do wonder about the limitations of your powers still. What makes you actually loop? Somehow I feel like finding out more about that would be useful. Stardust, we've been talking for a while, so maybe not right now, but... when you have some time, will you hang out with me for a bit? Huh? Hang out? I have a theory I'd like to test. And we haven't spent any time together, Stardust. I'm lonely. I want to have a long conversation with someone, anyone. I want to hang out! Ugh. Again, it doesn't have to be right now. Our little hangout time might last a while. Maybe even longer than the rest of the day. I'm sure you have plans for this loop, so I can wait until you have time. Okay. A theory Loop would like to test about the loops. It might be useful. You should talk to Loop and hang out with them when you have time then. Yay! I'll be waiting, Stardust. In the meantime... Okay, this is gonna be interesting. So I can either hang out with Loop or Isabeau, one or the other. Because based on the way that Loop phrased that, this might end with me looping back to the start. So I guess I do this now and see what happens, and then after that, this seems like since Loop has actual memory outside of the loops, this seems like a one-time event. Isabeau's is not. So let's do this now, and then I can do Isabeau's after this. Oh! Our theory hangout! Yeah! But we can't actually hang out right now. It'd be pretty useless. So how about you come back early tomorrow after you're done acting things out at the clock tower? Wait, you want me to sneak out? And spend a loop with me? Yeah! But you always go to the house after the clock tower. If you're not here, what will everyone do? What will everyone think? Does it matter what they think? They'll forget it all in your next loop after all. That's... okay. It matters, come on. So you won't do it? You won't come and hang out with little old me? Fine, I'm curious where this leads. Neat. I'll see you soon then. Oh, it just immediately zips me over to the clock tower. You spend the rest of the night with everyone. Early in the morning, while everyone is still asleep, you quietly slip away and head to the favor tree. But you can't see Loop anywhere. Up there, Stardust, up there. Up there. Did Loop go back to their home or something? You look up. Loop is waving at you from the top of the tree. I'm here, I'm here. Come and join me, Stardust. How? Oh, come on, just climb the tree. I know you can do it. You sigh and climb the tree. Isn't it pretty, Stardust? We're so high up. You are. You can see the house from there. Everyone will be inside the house soon. You try not to think about it. Thank you for coming to today's Loop Hangout. I haven't actually prepared anything to talk about. So, tell me about yourself, Stardust. Really? I prefer not. Huh? Why not? Don't you already know me? It just feels like it. You know too much about me. You knew my name, you knew how I think. You knew me before we even met, didn't you? Kind of. Kind of. Do I know you? Oh! No, you don't know me. Don't worry, your memory isn't failing you this time. When we met under the favor tree, that was the very first time we've ever seen each other. Is that so? So then, is that why you're helping me? Because you know me. Oh. Not really. When I decided to help you, you were not a factor in the slightest. You are now, I suppose. But does that mean you actually believe me? When I say I'm here to help? You don't think I'm lying and I'm actually the one trapping you here or whatever. You really believe that I'm here to help you? I was thinking about this. I don't think Loop is the one trapping us here. I really don't. I think there's something else going on. I trust them. Oh. You always surprise me, Stardust. I know I wouldn't believe myself if I was in your place. Maybe time has made me more jaded than you are. But it's fine. Whether you believe me or not, I'm here to help you. So you can escape this loop. So you believe it's possible. For me to escape? Of course. Why would I be here otherwise? I'm trapped here with you after all. I want to escape just as much as you do. I know how it feels, you know, to be stuck somewhere with no hope of escape, forced to relive the exact same events over and over, taking any deviation as a sign that things are finally going to change, that everything will be okay, and finding yourself trapped still. Look at me talking and talking. Don't pay attention to me. I'm doing fine. Loop laughs sadly and looks at the house in the distance. Tell me about yourself, Loop. I'd rather not. Loop winks and blows you a kiss. Despite yourself, you laugh. You hear Loop laugh softly as well. Say, Stardust, that reminds me. I can't believe your first death was being crushed by the very first trap. How embarrassing. Hey. You and Loop animatedly talk about the different things you've done during your loops. It's nice to be able to talk about them with someone. You talk and talk until the sun has risen high above you in the sky. Ah, it'll happen soon now. What will? The theory crafting part of our hangout session, of course. You open your mouth to ask, and then, oh. Ugh. You heard a horrible sound. Your head. You saw something. I'm glad you decided to spend some time with me, Stardust. Sorry if it's going to end with this. What? Loop is... I get what's going on. Loop is testing if the king freezing Vogard, if that counts as an end. I thought maybe it wouldn't happen, but... See that light in the distance? Wait. No, it's not the king freezing everything. It's from the king's floor. I see it every time you get far enough to fight it. His first attack. How long have you been talking to Loop? Who was the king attacking? The king doesn't attack or do anything until you get to him. He would only attack if someone... I can feel it. Every time. Whatever he does, it makes you see something, doesn't it? Something awful. Something so terrible that it's enough to bring anyone close enough to their knees. Stars, I wonder who he attacked. You can't even hear Loop speak. Your friends. They were against the king just now. You know how to survive his first attack. You found out, but... You hear someone cry out. You look at Loop. Loop is just looking at you. Not saying anything. There's no pity in their gaze. No sadness. Just some slight impatience, like... Did you figure it out yet? Did you figure out what made the king attack just now? There's only one answer, Stardust. Just figure it out already so we can move on. Who was the king fighting? Who did the king just kill? Did you figure it out yet? Did you? You start screaming. You clutch your head, your hair, your stomach. Because you weren't there. Because of you, they're gone. They're gone. Because of you, because... You stumble and fall to your knees. You breathe harshly in and out. It's not working. You can't take a full breath. You can't. You hit the ground with your fist. Why? Loop doesn't answer. Did you know this would happen? Which part? You looping back, or your party dying? I had a suspicion about the former. I was certain about the latter. Loop is looking straight at you. They don't even seem to care that you drew out your dagger. Somehow, this calms you down. If I tell you to breathe, will you? You breathe slowly, in and out. What was that for? For funsies, of course. Surely not. Take a step forward. And because I was curious to know how the loops work. Aren't you? How the loops work. How could what have just happened teach you anything about the loops? Thanks, Stardust. Why did you loop back just now? Huh? Because the king won, isn't it? Why would the king winning make you loop? You don't immediately loop back the second you and your party lose, don't you? Don't you? I kind of do, though. No, Stardust. You loop when you die. No, it takes a little bit. You loop when you die, Stardust. The fact that the king wins is irrelevant. But you didn't die just now, did you? So why did you loop? But it's the same with the head housemaid. You don't die when you talk to her, so what makes you loop? You loop when the head housemaid talks to you, and you looped just now. Why? Don't you think this would be important to figure out? Loop's right. There have been other times you looped back without dying too. But what could be the reason? I wasn't lying when I said I wanted to spend time with you. We never got the opportunity to really talk after all. But yeah, I figured this would happen. I won't say sorry, so you can stop waiting for it. You don't answer. Well, it looks like that's all you can really find out about the loops for now. But you can still help your party. And you still have questions to ask the king, don't you? I'll be ready to help you out next loop. But for now, I think we both need some time. Come back next loop, Stardust! You just walk away. Okay, that was a lot. That was a lot. Okay, so we've done that. Can I still go over here and talk to Isabeau, or is everything reset? Okay, Mira's gone. I think everything's still the way it was. Isabeau should be up here then. There he is. Isabeau's here, looking towards the house. Hey again, Sif. What's up? Hey, I finished helping everyone out. Okay. Well, follow me, Sif. You follow Isabeau around for a while, going through Dormant, then the forest, until... a field? There's nothing around. What could he possibly need? So, what do you need me to do? Huh? Oh, lay down with me? You lay down. And then, look up. I'm taking so many screenshots. Sorry about that. Stars, 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 all around you. You inhale sharply. You know, when you asked me if I needed help earlier, I wasn't sure what to say. I don't really need help with anything. And I did all I needed to prepare for tomorrow and stuff. But I saw you run around and help everyone today, and that seemed kind of fun. And so I thought, Sif's making sure to help everyone today, but I just want to hang out with them. So, that's it. That's all I want you to do today. Let's just hang. Oh. Oh. Why stars? Oh. So, you know how you say this word when you're annoyed or something bad happens? I don't know what language it is, but I always thought it was like a swear word. Like crab. And I looked in a few books, but I couldn't find the word anywhere, so I got really curious. And one day I heard someone else say it. So I asked them, and they said it meant stars. And I noticed you know stuff about the sky. You talked about planets once and the sun, like you really knew what you were talking about. And sometimes when we slept outside, you'd spend most of the night looking at the night sky. And I thought that was interesting, because I never thought about what's up there before. But, so I thought maybe, like, you'd like to see the stars? Together? Or just in general? Oh, no, was I wrong? Was it really more of an actual swear word like crab where you don't actually like stars and stars are bad and gross? Did I step on it? Or did I step in it? Did I mess up? Did I step in it? That's funny. No, you didn't step in it. Oh, whew. I got scared. Anyway, I've heard some people can see stuff in the stars sometimes. Like, pictures. They're called... something? Constellations. Constellations. Yeah, that. Do you know some? You look up at the stars. You don't recognize any of them. No. I don't know any. Huh. You're saying I didn't step in it, but... just if... Change the subject. No, you're fine. Tell me something? Something? Something about you. Oh, okay. Well, okay. You know I'm from Uventa, right? I've lived there my whole life. It's a nice big city. More than one house, too. Way bigger than Dormant. Big enough that you don't know the life story of every person you see. Anyway, you might think it's surprising, I don't know. But when I was Bonnie's age, I was like the smartest smarty pants around. Not like subtly smart or anything, but like the nerdiest kid you could imagine. Huh. You have trouble imagining Isabeau as anything other than the boisterous man he is. Like, really imagine it. Big glasses, super neat braids, always knows the answer to any question the teacher has. Always getting perfect grades. Always too shy and focused on grades to even know how to make a friend in the playground. That was me. And, I didn't really like myself. 'Cause, like, I was smart, but I really hated being shy. Being alone. Not even able to ask a classmate for a pen because I was so paralyzed by fear. And I was ready to spend the rest of my life like this. But one day, after years of living like this, I looked at myself and the way I was, the way I existed in this world. I looked at that kid in the mirror and I thought, is this it? Is this really who I want to be? Couldn't I just be someone else? Someone that can make friends, someone people could love? Someone I could love? Someone I wouldn't feel ashamed of being? Couldn't I just change? And that's one of the things people go to houses for, you know? To learn things, to train, to do bodycraft on yourself. To change. And you could stay for a bit and come back changed and no one would say a thing. They just accept the new person you become. So I went to one of Uventa's houses and threw myself into it. Trying to be the coolest, strongest, most dependable person around. Lifting weights, training my voice to be deeper, louder. Crafting my own body to be cooler, stronger. Looking at myself in the mirror every morning and yelling, I'm the coolest. Change is destruction, you know? To bring about change, you need to know you might hurt people. Might hurt yourself, even. So you always have to be careful and think about whether the destruction you bring is worth it. I decided it was. So the person I was before, I made them disappear. Killed them with my bare hands. Made sure they'd never ever come back. So I could live. That sounds so bad when I say it like that. The kid I was before is still here. I just, grew around them? To protect them? Building an armor until it becomes the real thing. So I could become someone strong, someone outgoing. Someone comforting to be around. Someone I would have liked to know before. Nah, it doesn't matter that much. I'm here is what I mean. And I love myself so much more now than I did before. But even the person I am now is a work in progress. I want to change still. I became a big and strong and dependable, happy-go-lucky dude because that's who I needed to be. But lately I've been feeling like I need to let down the airhead facade a bit. Act less stupid, that sort of thing. Doesn't feel great when people think I'm stupid just because I act a certain way. So I might change again soon, and become someone slightly new. That sounds cool, right? Oh, you never knew. Isabeau wanted to change, to become someone else, and he did it. He must have worked for so long to make his wish come true. I might change to be a mix between a jock and a nerd. Balancing it all, you know? A jerd. I like jerd. Or like a knock. Sounds better, doesn't it? Better mouthfeel. They both sound bad as a... No, don't say that. You could be a smart jock. A smart jock. How avant-garde, right? Anyway, after we beat the king tomorrow and go our separate ways, I'll just change into someone else. Someone who can be both strong and smart. Both at once. What a concept. Doesn't that sound like someone cool? Doesn't that feel like someone you wouldn't feel ashamed of knowing? Yes, Sif? I've never felt ashamed of knowing you. Not even a little bit. You're gonna make me blush, Sif. And, well... You know I feel the same, right? You're like maybe the coolest person I know. You know that, right? And I really like spending time with you. When we hang out, I always discover new things, like cool theater stuff, or even just something new about you. And I like how you always have a pun ready for any situation. How you breathe in this specific way sometimes, and I wish I could breathe with you to make you feel better. And I like the way your face looks when you eat your favorite foods. And I want to know more about you. Talk with you more. Laugh with you more. And I... Say it. Say it. You can't look away from him. Whoa, is that a shooting star? Oh, come on. I should have known. Hey, look up. Isn't it cool? You look away from him and look up at the starry sky. There's no shooting star, but you don't mind. Aha! See, I told you they'd be here. Aww. You heard Izza mumble to himself about it earlier, more like. Hey, Zephyrin, hey, Isabeau. We figured you'd be here. Can we join you? Everyone's here. Good to see you, everyone. Such a beautiful night. Was it your idea to come here, Isabeau? It was. Under the stars, huh? How romantic. Very well done, Isabeau. I like how everyone kind of knows. But what? No, it wasn't romantic at all. Just a pals outing. A buddies hangout. I of course would bring any of you here. Uh-huh. I brought her food, so we can eat here. A nightly picnic. Oh, I can smell samosas. Yummy. Yeah, I made a lot. Friend, take one. Take two, even. You deserve it. Sifrin sure worked hard today, didn't they? Thank you for your help earlier. You jump. Yeah, thank you, Sifrin. You've been a great help today. Frin taught me how to fight. I'll be able to help you tomorrow. Ooh. I'm looking forward to it, Bonnie. Zah, did Frin help you today, too? You freeze. Did you? Aww. Of course Sif helped me today. Isabeau's looking at you, smiling brightly. Thank you for spending time with me, Sif. Aww. You hide your face beneath the rim of your hat. How wonderful. Thank you, oh great helper. Here, have another samosa. And have some pate and bread. I'm sure you want some tea, too. And here's some of my curry. Your plate is overflowing. You see everything on your plate sway back and forth. You eat as much as possible before everything falls down. Oh! You burp. Ew! Nice reflexes, Sifrin. Everyone starts laughing happily. You laugh too. You're surrounded by your allies. Your heart lifts. You love them. You're glad you got to spend time with them. Hello, dog. There's a dog barking somewhere. You're glad you know them better. You're glad... Fran, you okay? Want some more snacks? You smile. Yes, please. Then eat. Eat as much as you want. You all ate and laughed under the stars. Tomorrow, once again, you'll go into the house and fight the king. But today you're happy. You had a nice time yesterday, hanging out with Isabeau under the stars. There we go. Memory of stargazing. You'll always remember this. Hi, Stardust. I didn't want to interrupt before, but you got a new memory. When equipped, Memory of Stargazing boosts all of Fighter's stats by 30. That seems really good. Wow. Your fighter also learned the skill We Will Win. Is that an all stats down? Ooh. So strong, you'll only be able to use it if you and the fighter have had this exact conversation. So if you loop back to Dormant, you'll have to talk to him all over again. Remember that, okay? But hey, Stardust. It was nice, wasn't it? Hanging out with all of them yesterday? They love you now. Your bond with them is stronger now. Isn't that neat? It is neat. You don't want to have to loop back to before you spent that time with them. What would happen if you stayed with this version of them until the end? If you went through the entire house without looping ahead, beat the king, and saw the head housemaiden with them? Would anything happen? Would anything change? Time to walk all the way up and beat the king. I didn't consider that. Oh, we're at the sadness. That stupid sadness again. Kick his ass. So annoying. You have enough of all these stupid sadnesses staring in your blinding way. Always here, always getting in your way, always slowing you down. Why won't they all die? Not dead yet? You strike again. Not dead, not dead, not dead, not dead, not dead, not dead, not dead. There we go. Oh, good lord. I got it. Oh, interesting. Wait a minute. Okay, so that was grounds for, like, everything broke. You are no longer allowed to finish your quest because none of them trust you. Very interesting. Don't kill it in one strike, or they'll notice. Oh, Well, I sure hope this isn't an insta-kill. Okay, good. Alright, Isabeau, kill. Oh, right, I get all the cool new abilities too. Craft Break seems like it'll be really good against bosses, but against enemies, not quite as good. Sifrin? You jump and laugh awkwardly. Take the lead, take the lead, take the lead. They're all counting on you. Don't scare them by acting weird. You got a memory of sadnesses. When equipped, sadnesses will flee from you. Really? Oh wait, that's equipment. They're scared of you. Sadnesses will flee from you. Very interesting. So how does this work? Oh, they just don't engage. Oh my god. I think that'll do it. It's been almost 2 hours. But that was good. That was a really good session. And it appears that we found our condition for the end game, making it to the very end of the game, making it to the head house maiden with this party that I've gone out of my way to become better friends with them. So I wonder what'll happen. But for now, that's all I got. Thanks so much for watching, y'all.